This is a brief overview of 2 Kings 13 to 15, which is a tale of the national pastime of Israel in the biblical days, which was mainly war, mostly civil war, idolatry, and revolving door kingships of Judah and Samaria. King 1 in this section was Jehoahaz, who did evil in the ways of idolatry and other evils in the footsteps of his grandfather Jeroboam, if I have the genealogy right. And you can check last Monday's video for more on Jeroboam. He was one of the very worst. God went to bat for, let's call him J1, because Sumaria was getting clobbered in the civil war against Judah, and in spite of God's help, J1 stayed evil and idolatrous despite God stepping up to go to bat for him. What becomes obvious is that in these Bronze Age days there was limited things to do to make life interesting. No Xbox, no baseball, no TikTok. A real desert of fun activities to do, so they fought wars. And the kings tried to stay in power for more than a month against their adversaries. Certainly we can understand how earlier a man like King David could be both righteous and also almost always engaged in war and violence. Later in these chapters, a new king who is Jeroboam II, I call J2, was evil in the eyes of the Lord, and again God stepped up to preserve Israel amidst much suffering. In 2 Kings 15, we are first introduced to Amaziah, king of Israel in Judah, who actually does right in the eyes of the Lord when he became king at the age of 16, but he left the idols in their high places, and so he was afflicted with leprosy. Meanwhile, the king of Israel in Sumaria reigned for all of 6 months when he was assassinated by Shallum, who only lasted in power for 1 month, but what a month it was. A very active month, rife with conspiracies. If you want details on those, you can find them in the Annals of the Kings of Israel. 3 other kings are mentioned. One of them hung on for 20 years as we close out chapter 15, and the evil continued and nothing was resolved. All right, so what's the takeaway? The takeaway from this section is that the Lord loves Israel and will preserve his people in the face of evil and suffering, and it's hard to find a good king or president, and the more things change, the more they stay the same, because even in this world of entertainment and technology, Xbox and smart TVs, Elon Musk and all of that, social media, TikTok and YouTube and whatever, we have still not abolished war yet, and idolatry is worse than ever. That's my summary on 2 Kings 13 to 15.
Dive into the riveting world of 2 Kings, chapters 13 through 15, where tales of kings and kingdoms unfold. In the heart of these narratives, kings Jehoahaz, Jehoash, and Jeroboam of Israel, alongside kings Amaziah and Azariah of Judah, take center stage. Their stories, marked by war, illness, and divine intervention, echo through time. Jehoahaz, despite his misdeeds, seeks God's mercy and finds it, reminding us that grace awaits even those who falter. Jehoash, his son, follows suit yet allows idolatry to persist, a cautionary tale about half-hearted commitments. Jeroboam, blessed with a prosperous reign, teaches us that success can be found in unexpected places. Meanwhile, Amaziah, despite his victories, falls prey to pride, an age-old warning against hubris. Finally, there's Azariah, who, despite his leprosy, reigns for an impressive 52 years, exemplifying that strength can flourish amidst adversity. So, in these age-old tales, find timeless lessons of mercy, commitment, humility, and resilience. These kings, though long gone, continue to teach us. Embrace their stories, learn from their triumphs and mistakes, and apply these lessons to your life today. Remember, history, if well learned,